Hey guys, welcome back for day 3. This is still the Planet Forward Challenge, and this is where we start getting logistical. So that's the part of my brain that gets really happy. We're gonna start actually planning out some key things that are gonna go on in 2021, and just start getting the idea of everything that has to happen so that we can keep everything nice and simple. So today is called Planning Day. And you're basically just gonna go through a calendar. I am weird this year, I guess. I hadn't bought a 2021 calendar yet. It's like I didn't trust next year for the calendar, but I did make my own. If you saw my stories yesterday, I actually need to update this and put a link out there because 2s weren't printing in my font that I picked. And there's a lot of 2s in the 20s part of the month. But what we're gonna go through is on different pages. I'll show you my January here. There's key budget items, unscheduled events, and then any notes that might happen, and then also just every day sort of listed out. I prefer to look at my months in a list form, so that's why I have this here, but you could use any calendar with this. The whole idea is to start seeing where our months are taking us and what we can plan ahead for. So I try to fill in one of the busier months for my family ahead of time, and I like to usually color coordinate. It has been a long Wednesday. Color coordinate all these different things. So on your planning day sheet from the workbook, which is linked in my profile if you are interested still, it's right there for you to grab. I have celebrations are one of the big things that I do. So birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays, mostly with gifts or with days off. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care to plan out the other ones because they're there, but they don't really affect me too much when it comes to everything else. Then financial, so any major bills or expenses that don't always occur every single month. So I know I make my car payment and my mortgage payment every month, but 4 times a year I make a quarterly insurance payment, and that's a good chunk of change. So I want to make sure that I'm prepared ahead of time for when that's going to pop up. Any travel plans, which I know is kind of like a hot button topic right now, but I'm already etching in pencil a couple ideas for next year in the summer. Actually, in my April, I already have book a summer rental because Mama could use some lake time after baby number 3 gets here. And then any events that you might have that you would need to schedule around. So this could be your kids' soccer tournaments that you already know about. Maybe you have a work retreat, or there's something for school that you need to attend, like prom or homecoming to chaperone. Those are different things that you can fill in. And it's just to give you a really broad view of what is going to be happening in the year and in each month. And so if nothing else, this is just getting those ideas out on the paper right now, so then you can kind of see what other time you have left. So I know that there are going to be certain months that are full. I thought April was going to be one of my busier months, so I filled that out, and it looks actually not nearly as bad as I had expected it to be. We do have 2 birthdays in April, and then you have Easter and Good Friday. Taxes are going to be due, all those super fun things. So now looking at it, I go, okay, well, April's not super overwhelming, and if I take the top half of the month, I can start planning for that early on. And that just puts my mind at ease, that knowing that I'm not going to forget anything big like that. I can also put in different people's anniversaries or birthday parties or birthday gifts that I need to purchase. Anything that you don't want to be surprised by in the next year, I start kind of brain dumping it now, because then I can go, okay, January, what can I start setting up for next year? Especially, I've got baby coming in February, so I need to make sure that pretty much anything after February I have a solid plan laid out for. So for planning day, all you're going to do is go through each of the 12 months next year and write down the things you already know in those major categories. So things that you would need to spend money on, or things that you want to have a special celebration or going to take some special time out of your day. And that way you can go ahead and just enjoy the rest of it knowing that you already have it listed out somewhere, and you can create a plan for it when it becomes closer. And we will work on that later on, but right now, just get it out of your head and onto paper and start feeling a little bit more control over all that stuff that's going to happen. It's going to be short and sweet today because there's a lot to go on in this day. Well, on your end of it and on mine too. I'm going to go sit down with my husband because I can't remember anything right now. And we are going to get this whole next year started for a plan for our family. So I will see you guys later. If you have any questions, please feel free to DM or leave a comment here and I will get back to you. If you would like the planning workbook, then go check the link in my profile. It's completely free. I made it because I like handwriting things, or you can just look at the PDF for all the different prompts and the different categories that I suggest you use when you are planning out next year. That's all I've got for you today. See you guys tomorrow.